What's it going to mean to you for all they've accomplished here?
Yeah, I'm honestly trying to just not think about it. It is such a special group, so much that they've done on the court, but man, I just can't say enough good things about them as who they are every single day. Yeah, it's going to be hard. It will be a hard day.
I talked to Kendra yesterday, and she said, I asked her, she kept talking about legacy, and I said, okay, so what legacy do you want to leave behind? Like, one, we want to get to a Final Four. Two, we want to be remembered for the people that we are, not necessarily the players. But from your perspective, what legacy will they leave behind at Creighton? I know you still have games to play and whatnot, but.
Yeah, I think their on-court legacy is still a story to be told, you know. It's obviously outstanding even if it ended today, right? So those things are documented. But I think, you know, it's a low drama group of women that took care of things in the classroom. Again, with so much distraction with college athletics right now, you know, one of the reasons I got in this is because they're student athletes, and I think this group really epitomizes what is great about college athletics, that they care about the degree. They're going to do, you know, several of them want to continue to play professionally, but when they're done, they're going to be great contributors to our community.
How have they helped elevate this program and what you guys can achieve going forward versus when they came in?
Well, they made our first Sweet 16 in a while, so that was huge. I think they have sustained the success in the Big East, but Kendra's quick to point out that we have shared a Big East title the last 3 years. So I shouldn't just say Kendra, several of them point that out. So, you know, they want to win an outright Big East title. You know, they have big goals. But again, I think their legacy is that they do it the right way. So, you know, those are the things from a coaching perspective on the, you know, the journey. It's been a great journey with them.
Does it feel weird that their senior day is here, that this class's senior day is here? Kendra said that it feels, sometimes they talk and feel like their freshman year was yesterday, and now they're seniors.
I think we all know that. It flies by, you know. I think I can't ever remember which players play with who because it's all kind of a blur. So, you know, it's like parenting. The days are long, but the years are fast. I think it's very true when you think about college also.
Is it nuts that the regular season's almost over? Have you thought about that yet? Probably not, but.
Yeah, you know, I think we're still so in the weeds. You know, we still have 4 matches in the Big East left and then the Big East tournament. So there's still a lot ahead. So I haven't done a lot of thinking about, hey, it's nearing the end, but I think it's the exciting time of year, so it's a lot of fun.
You talk about that goal with the outright Big East title. How important was that trip to Milwaukee in attaining that, and what did you see from your team that gives you confidence?
Well, obviously, beating Marquette twice is huge for it because both teams have so far gone undefeated in the Big East. Now, we still have some pretty tough matches ahead of us, particularly on the road next week. So, and Marquette has that same trip. So, you know, it's not, we are not out of the water at all yet. But you know, I thought us losing a set against Marquette was really good. We need that. I have a lot of fans that were upset about it because Rob Anderson likes to point out how many sets we'd won in a row, but that's not always a good thing. You know, you want to have your team feel some pressure, and I think it was good that we had to battle back.
Is there, think back to a few months ago, broke the season up into 3 segments. You're almost done with the second season.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you need to see from them out of the next 2 weeks before the postseason's here?
I wouldn't say there's things that I need to see. We have some specific nuances that we continue to work on, and so we want to do that. And then we want to do everything at a high level every time. You know, our mantra is we don't need to be perfect. So it's not perfection that we need, but we need to be good, you know, nearly every point. So when that perfect isn't there, the next point needs to be perfect. So, you know, we've done that generally well, but we've definitely had some matches that we haven't been clean. And so the goal is that we're clean against everybody.
The fine-tuning that you mentioned, is it maybe more precise or less of it than you've seen in comparison to previous years? Like, how does it stack up, I guess, year to year?
I would say it's more advanced. You know, I think we have more sets that we can do. So, you know, when you have a younger group, you try to keep it a little simpler. And so I think we're able to add kind of high level stuff. We're spending more time on vision of what's going on the other side of the court. Sometimes you're only locked into what's on your side of the court. So there's some things that I think are fun from a coaching standpoint that you can kind of push the envelope. And the really fun thing is a lot of them, you just have conversations and you're like, what do you think about this? And, they're kind of coaches too. And I grabbed Ava and Nora and asked them a question yesterday that I was like, I was never a hitter, so do we need to be making this adjustment? And so it's fun to have players like that you can kind of have them coach with you.
You mentioned Nora right there. Can you talk about what she's meant to the program? Hometown kid, comes down the street, has the career that she's had. Not over yet, obviously, but just what she's meant to the program in her time here.
I think the thing that people have to understand is Nora was not highly recruited when we got her. We were excited about her, but I would say we got more excited about her senior year and started to say, oh my gosh, this kid's pretty good. And then, the impact she's made from day one. She's been a 6 rotation player since her freshman year. There's very few players in our program that can say that. And again, just a kid that I also think can get overlooked. She's good every night. I think that's something that, some players can be really good when they're hot and then struggle the next night. Nora's consistency night in and night out is pretty impressive.
Kendra, your lone representative that today was announced to the National Player of the Year semifinalist list. What can you say about what she's brought, just her consistency this year and some of the intangibles?
Again, a kid that shows up every night, and I think Kendra is a great setter, but she may be better at other things, and I think that's what makes her different than almost all the other setters in the country. Her special sauce is her defense, her willing to take risks, her blocking, and then she's what she can do physically because of her speed and strength from a setting standpoint is, I don't know if there's anyone in the country, I think, that plays the way Kendra plays.
This core of seniors have been together for 4 years now. You brought Elise and Maddie in. What has that been like to have them for their last season here?
Yeah, you never know when you're bringing grad transfers in, and you always, especially when you think you have a team with good culture, of how are they going to fit in. And I think the great thing with both of them is they really had a seamless transition. As far as, I think they will say it was hard, but as far as the team liking them and them liking the team, it really went well. And, I think they've brought some different leadership styles than our other players, and I think the team has really embraced that, and it's made us better.